that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Oh yeah, you turn scars into skits, old wounds into bits. Every call in, every friend feels like Sunday once again. From the grind to the glow up, glass half empty, you pour more up. You take the weight we hold below and lift it on the LeVar Walker Show. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry, yeah, we let it roll. Healing through a joke and a story for the soul. This that LeVar Walker Show. Turn it up loud, let the whole block know. From pain to punchlines, watch the wisdom glow. Yeah, this that LeVar Walker Show. Hey, some days heavy, some days light. You still find a way to make it feel alright. When the world's too loud, when the bill's too high, I press play, hear your voice, and I remember why. This that LeVar Walker Show, where the real ones talk and the wild thoughts go. We laugh, we cry.
Yo, happy Friday. Welcome back to the greatest show on earth. We are in the building again. Happy Friday, good people. Happy Friday. It is LeVar Walker Show podcast. We up, you know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are going to have a good weekend, man. Yesterday, me and the wife went out. We just had us a little meal. We went out there on the Beltline in Atlanta. Shout out to the Beltline. Sat down, had some good food, couple of cocktails, just vibed it out. You know what I mean? It was good. It was great. And then came back home. I had a little bit of a headache. You know, I guess when you drink like you're in your 20s, man, that shit is rough on the body at this age. Head was pounding. I had to get up about 3, 4 in the morning and get a couple of Tylenols, wash it down with some water. And I couldn't really sleep because the pounding, and it was getting to me. But I'm cool now. And then I had to wake up too to take my son to class. And on his way taking him to class, I tried to listen to the new Game. I don't know if y'all heard the album. Game put out a new album. It's called The Documentary 3, I believe. I listened to it. It has a great sound to it. It has like great production quality. And the Game in rap, he's always had like a great voice. Like his voice is very, very good. However, listening to this, the Game is 50 years old and he's still talking about gang banging, bro. Like, I listened to it. I'm just started locking to the lyrics. I just had to turn it off. I'm like, bro, we 50, man. This will be a good album for a guy in his 20s, like literally in the late 90s. Right? I mean, he is literally just talking about gang banging and blooding and cripping and fighting. I'm like, my nigga, you're 50, bro. You have to grow. You have to mature. Ain't nobody trying to be in those streets at no 50 years old. If you're a 50-year-old gangbanger, nigga, you're a loser. You have lost the plight in life. You've lost. You have lost. If you still walk around with a rag, a bandana, you've lost. I want to hear the Game talk about some real. You know what's real at 50? At 50, taking your kids to school, checking in on your parents. You know, our parents are getting older. Nigga, getting a colonoscopy. You know what I'm saying? No 50-year-old trying to be out in the streets fighting and shooting and so I just immediately dismissed it. I just didn't see any maturity in the album. I mean, sounds it's a good sound, but just no maturity. And I'm like, if you're gonna talk about Carisha, which I've done, and I talked about Carisha and that Spin That song, which is horrific, I would have to talk about The Game at 50 years of age, talking about gang banging. Because at this age, you should think you should be a retired gang member. Or you an alumni chapter gang member? What are we doing? You know what I mean? And then you look at this trial with Keefe D, and you see these old gangbangers and how they look and how they end up. It is just not worth it. And we're not providing a good example to the youth, man. Straight up. So that's my take on the album. Good sound, good quality, but you got to talk about something else, bro. Grow up. It's really just grow up, man. Grow up. I really look forward to hearing. And the thing about it, when it comes to rap music and rappers, your biggest rappers on earth are like Ye and Drake. You know what I mean? They not talking about nothing gangster. It's pretty much party vibes. It's pretty much just a vibe. Like it's not nothing. Ye and Drake are not shooting. They're not in gangs. But the music slaps and it goes beyond all boundaries. Like it embodies a larger group of people and they're able to sell big records. So I got to give Gang for the album. I'm going to give them about a 5. Definitely a 5. So we're going to have my homie join us, man, today. My homie Lil Earl is going to come in here. Let me send him this email. Let me see. Early. I'm gonna send him this and get him on here. But we gonna vibe today, man. I still been watching that Keefe D trial. It's not a lot going on today. If y'all want to talk about something, shout out to everybody in the chat. Who we got in here, man? Extra Convo. Good morning, El Solo. Ojo was happening. Harvey Lee in the building. Easy 24K. I see you. Next Level ITAC. I see you too. And also, y'all know I made that announcement. I will be on the new show produced by Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence is producing a new show along with Joe Coy called Martin Lawrence and Joe Coy is producing a new show called Pass the Mic. Your boy will be on Pass the Mic. I'm probably, I think comics will do about 10 minutes. It'll be a show similar to the Def Jam or Shaq All-Star, something like that. But yeah, I will be on it. And to get that call from Martin really meant a lot because in high school, I was Martin. I embodied Martin. I used to try to do everything Martin did. I just thought Martin was the coolest. You couldn't tell me nothing about no Martin Lawrence. Right. And Martin had dominated the 90s. And this is not, I ain't trying to, dick ride or nothing like that. This is just fact, man. When you talk about Def Jam in the 90s, Def Jam was the Martin Lawrence show. Let's just keep it funky. Martin was on fire, man. I don't think Martin gets his flowers for how big and how great of a comedian he was. And I'm not just saying this because I'm on this show. This is just fact. And this is me from my childhood at 16, first seeing Martin is Bill Allen House Party. And then seeing Martin do his first stand up, and I didn't even know his name. And I remember being young. I'm like, oh, Bill Al telling jokes on the thing. He was Bill Al to me. He was Bill Al for a minute. And then to watch his career over the years, watch him just rise, the Martin show and the Def Jam. The Def Jam really solidified it. And I know people are really into crowd work and things like that. But it was bro, Martin was doing that on another level every week. I don't know if y'all remember watching them old Def Jams that first season when Martin Lawrence hosted, but like he used to be tearing the building down. And I had talked to some older comics, some of my OG comedians who actually taped the original Def Jam. And they were like, listen, man, they taped it in New York and they were just like, bro, Martin to go out there and they cut down what he did, but Martin to go out there and do like 40, 50 minutes. Like he just be rocking out, like building, shaking, the building on fire, bro. I'm talking about tearing the walls out the building. And shit, he, get the show ready already, go back and tell everybody they ready. But and then at that time, comedy was so scary at that time. Comedy was scary, bro, because during that Def Jam era, when you watched how black people react when you was funny, like running around, jumping up and down, stomping, clapping, you would get that same reaction in reverse if you sucked. So they would boo you, bro. They would boo the shit out of you. And they used to boo at Def Jam. That's why Bernie Mac, like a comedian, got booed really, really bad before Bernie Mac came out. And that's why Bernie Mac did the I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's why Bernie did that. So Bernie within that second just adapted. And that's what real stand-up is, man. You paying attention to the elephant in the room. And in those seconds, he made the adjustments. He came up with that callback. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And every time he hit it, you watch Bernie's confidence go up and up and up and up and up. And he just shut the show down, bro. So many people, that first season of Def Jam popped off. Your Chris Tucker, your Bernie. I think Steve Harvey was on that first season. Not to say that Def Jam popped him off per se, but like you just had some very, very strong and talented badass comics on there. And speaking of Chris Tucker, when Chris Tucker did Def Jam, and I think Chris Tucker had by far one of the greatest Def Jam sets in the history of Def Jam. When he say, if a nigga ride me, he just be practicing. Come on, man. Yeah, I mean, it was phenomenal. Like his couple of appearances he had on Def Jam were phenomenal. And he shot off to superstar status. And when you think about Chris Tucker, when you talk about overnight success, Chris Tucker damn near blew up as big as Eddie Murphy, I think within 5 years of doing stand-up comedy, which is insane, bro. Insane. Another Atlanta guy in Chris Tucker. And so many good comedians have come out of Atlanta. And I think Atlanta is due for like a documentary or something on comedy. I really do. Y'all don't realize like the history that we have here in Atlanta with comedy. Because this is where I'm from Chicago, but I started my comedy career in Atlanta, and I've been in Atlanta ever since. Joe Torre was good. Yeah, man. What would Joe do? Because Joe would do that. Is he ready? Or some shit. He had a little saying he would do. He'd come out and rock it out. But he did his thing. But it's full circle for me in my career to have, Martin bring me out or bring me up. You know what I'm saying? I've worked with Kevin, of course. Shout out Kevin Hart, Amy Schumer, now Martin Lawrence, which is dope. So it's really great. We got Earl in the building, the brother Earl Cofield. Let me make sure I got this echo thing on before I bring him up. Okay. Y'all give it up, man. Very funny brother, man. He come out with me sometimes. Y'all probably might have seen him on the road with me, man. Y'all give it up to the hilarious Earl.
What's happening, Vaughn?
But some of y'all might know him as Little Rail.
Nigga's hilarious. Or as Tony Wood says, Lil Rel stunt double.
That's hilarious. But no, I was sitting up here just talking about it being full circle with me uh doing the show with Martin.
Absolutely.
Like because Martin was one of my heroes in the comedy game, and I was just going over like Def Jam. See, you real young, Earl.
I remember Def Jam though.
So how old were you when you saw that? You must have been a baby.
I was young. Like we used to watch Def Jam. Like I remember like late 90s because Def Jam, my mama, God rest her soul, passed, she would have us watching. Now my father not too much, but I was watching Raw. Even though again it was years later, but I was watching Raw, Def Jam. So I didn't see it as it first came out. It was early 90s. That's pre-Martin show. But I ended up watching Def Jam in like late 90s. I was like 6, 7, and then watched it all through 2000s too. So I'm a comedian, so I'm real big on that. I found out that Martin wanted Russell wanted Eddie Murphy to do it. And Eddie Murphy, he was Eddie Murphy. Like, I can't do that, Russ. He said, but I know a dude who's funny by the name of Martin Lawrence. Martin said he found this out years later. Eddie didn't even know him. Eddie just seen him around, thought he was funny, didn't even know who Martin was, but literally referred him to Russell Simmons. And when he found out that story, he thanked Eddie years later, like when they became friends, like, yo, like, I appreciate that. Because he didn't even know. Again, he didn't even know. Imagine the man that helped you kind of get your career started in the sense by giving you that push to Russell Simmons, and then that's your brother-in-law.
I have to push back on that story. That's not all the way correct because Def Jam was made for Robin Harris.
That was the original. Yeah, that's the original.
He died, and maybe they asked Eddie to do it, and he's like, no. And then it went to
this by the Martin mouth. He said Eddie was one of the people who referred him to Russell Simmons about Def Jam.
Yeah, and at that time, you know what I mean? And I was telling them this on the show. Martin was magical, bro. That shit wasn't Def Jam. That was the Martin Lawrence show.
Yeah, he didn't care.
And look, Joe Torre was great host. You had great hosts.
Nobody was like Martin, though.
But they wasn't fucking with that damn Marty Marr, man. He was out there cooking.
And Robin Harris was Martin's mentor,
Oh yeah. Well, no, Joe was really close to Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I've talked to Joe Torre about his relationship with Robin Harris. That was his man's, bro. Like they was together all the time.
Martin turned down a role of Pookie in New Jack City because Robin Harris had died around the time and he didn't want to do it no more. Like his heart wasn't in it. He had to take a break from comedy for a little bit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had got the role of Pookie. Went to the studio, did it, killed it. They was like, Martin, you did. And then Robin Harris, he declined it. And they ended up, giving it to Chris Rock. But he was the original Pookie. He auditioned and everything and got the audition. Killed it. They loved the way he portrayed it.
I'm thinking about Robin. I think he would have killed that because I'm thinking about Martin playing a crackhead, with him, with how animated he is, those expressions. Yeah, he would have been a strong fucking.
It would have probably been kind of like if you remember Gator. You remember Samuel's crackhead. He dancing and shit. Gator was. It wasn't. I know it's supposed to be a serious movie, but Gator was funny.
Gator was funny, but the crazy part with that Gator shit, nigga, Sam was on crack for real. Like that nigga was a crackhead. He was just coming out of rehab playing that.
Sam said he was on set and he was getting some of the what they call that again when you on set when you getting the food. Damn, the craft service. He in craft service. He said the producers and them was like, "Hey man, get out of here! Like that food ain't for you." And he said, Wesley had to stop and say, "Nah, man, this is Sam. He's one of the actors." They said he looked like he just came out of crack. They said, "Get out of here! Shoot!"
He killed that shit, bro. Oh my God, Jungle Fever, man, that's a classic. That's a classic. You know what? When I think about Jungle Fever, when I think about Bad Boys, when I think about Menace to Society, even Juice, you know what they all had in common?
Mm.
These were all movies by very young directors.
Oh,
they were all in their 20s, bro, like making these big films. And I have to ask the question, where are these young directors at? Like, where are these new voices and these new influences?
Well, I think back then a lot of studios were willing to take a chance. And if you know they get kind of like what Jordan Peele did, and even like now, if I'm not mistaken, the director of Obsession, he ain't that old, but they was giving you was getting more chances back then, and then once you hit, but nowadays, because we know what the industry is now, if you ain't certified, look at the phone ringing. If you're not really certified, you ain't getting the chance for real.
Man, I gotta turn this shit off. Yeah, that's my homie Nick.
They talked about back then, if you had one movie that did, and if it did decent, a studio would cut you a check, no problem. As long as you were proven, or again, they would give you one chance and you had to hit. And if you hit, you were proven. So guys like John Singleton and them, once they hit, they was proven. But nowadays, man, it's hard they want to, unless you come in with now what they will do now, you know this, LeVar, if you're a director and you got a vision, either the script is dynamite or you coming with your own money, I'm gonna put my little $750,000 down to make my movie. Cause they said Obsession could cost less than $1 million. When they made Red, when they made Get Out, that was like $2 million if I'm not mistaken, 1.5 or 2 million. Unless you coming with your own money, they'll let you, cause your money, so we ain't no risk. And then if you hit now, I'm gonna give you the big bat a la Jordan Peele when you do Us and when you do Nope. But a lot of times, unless you got your own money, they ain't taking no chances on no young directors.
Well, I think like this last was Odyssey. Like, who was the YouTubers that had this built-in audience and they made this movie and they did big numbers? It was some YouTubers that did a movie.
I think that's the Obsession, if I'm not mistaken.
Obsession. Let me look that up.
That's the one with the girl and because they cost less than $1 million. It's when you watch the movie, it's well done, but it's not too much scenery, so you can tell it didn't cost that much, but it was well shot. The acting wasn't terrible, and it was a hit. That thing did numbers, and it got traction off of word of mouth. Some of the best movies, they get the traction off the word of mouth. They're a movie that drop in theaters, you go see it, everybody talking about it. So now normally their numbers, their second, third, fourth week it get bigger and bigger. Most big movies, that first week, like Michael, is big, and then it starts dwindling down. But the movies who get word of mouth, that first week be small, and it shoots up. But Obsession is the one you're talking about. And that girl from Obsession, she now playing Rogue in the Marvel series. They got her playing Rogue in X-Men. So she out of here.
Bro, Obsession was produced on a budget of $750,000.
I told you how much it costs. Yep.
$495.6 million worldwide.
Worldwide. Yep. It was crazy. Simple concept. I don't know if you've seen it before, but a spoiler alert. Simple concept. It's about a guy who goes to an antique shop. He gets these Make-A-Wish candy that you break and you wish. The girl that he likes, he's just friends with her, right? So the night that they go out to eat, whatever like that, they go to a party, they lead a party, he drops her off home, and he wants to tell her and confess his love to her right then and there, but he's scared to. So he tells her, before he tells her, she walks off and he breaks the candy and says, I wish you, he said, I wish you love me more than anything in the world. And she began to be obsessed with this man. So much so, it's a scene in the movie where he goes to work like a dog. She stands at the front of the door. He goes to work for an 8-hour shift. He comes home. She has defecated on herself sitting in the same spot. Yeah, to a point where he comes home and it's like a dog. A dog will sit at the door for you for a whole shift. She sits at the door. She's defecated on herself and everything. She had never left the door while he was out at work the whole time. That's how obsessed she was with this man. It was crazy.
I got to see it.
Crazy.
Is it still in theaters?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's theaters no more. It's on Peacock right now, if I'm not mistaken. It's on Peacock right now.
I'm gonna stream this. I'm gonna stream this when I get out.
Peacock. It's crazy, LeVar. It is crazy. It's crazy. I don't take no more scenes, but it's crazy. But yeah, it's on Peacock, if I'm not mistaken.
So Earl, before you got on too, the game, he just dropped a new album, Documentary 3. So listen,
boy, T.I. out here doing platinum, and everybody want to get back in the rap game. It's up T.I. can do it.
Man, I'm gonna say this, and I said this earlier. I was listening to it because I take my son to school. I'm driving back listening to it.
Is it good?
The production quality is stellar. The sound is great, and then the game has he has a great voice for rap. But my gripe with the album was, bro, you 50 talking about, nigga, it's all about gangbanging at 50, my nigga.
Look, I'm gonna be real with you. He did an interview a couple years ago, like a year or two ago, if I'm not mistaken, where I think it was the Breakfast Club, and he had the ski mask on the whole episode. I said, yeah, he's out of touch. This nigga's out of touch. You are in your 40s with a ski mask. He did a whole interview with a ski mask. I said, yeah, say my type of person.
And man, I just say 50. Like, I mean, hell, if you 45, I just round up. How old?
Absolutely.
How old is he? Like, it is insane. Let me see the game. Let me see how old this dude is. He 46, bro. You
50.
46, man.
Your math is past 5. We add up. We round up.
And it's black men. And Earl, you in your 30s. I'm 49. I'm gonna be 50. Well, I'll be 49 September 10th. I will be 50 years of age next year. I'm a true Generation Xer. But at 50, bro, I just want to, live my dreams, take care of my family, make me some money. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in the streets fighting and gang banging with niggas. It's almost cartoonish for what it means to be like a black man. Like you putting this shit out like it's the early 2000s. My nigga, you're 50, bro. Our parents are aging. When you hit 50, your parents up in age. Your health, you got to watch your health. This is a vital time. Like I need to be doing more exercise. I got to watch my
colonoscopies.
Getting the colonoscopy. I could have a fucking stroke. This nigga's talking about gang banging and fighting, and you talking to other 50-year-old niggas that you're not tough, my nigga. You might be, and you could be a tough nigga fighting niggas, but it's like, bro, diabetes is beating your ass on the inside.
It was like when, I think the reason why T.I. did so good is because, like, if you listen to this album, it's his age group. It's like a nigga who done lived life. It's about a nigga who done lived life. I got my resume. Now I'm out here. I'm still good enough to do it. But it ain't about I'm shooting a nigga back. No, and then mind you, in today's era, y'all kind of fuck with that. Back in the day, even when I was growing up, and I was in my early 20s and my teens, being a gangster or being it was something you wanted to do. Nowadays, kids want to be streamers, man. We don't even want to be rappers no more. We want to be streamers.
The kids don't even, bro, like they making so much money streaming. Who want to be on the block selling crack and holding packs, bro? Like
being tough.
So, and to watch a lot of the older guys or guys from my era, like just hold on to this shit and the act as if this is like glorious, so these are the glory days. It's really sad and kind of pathetic. Like, bro, just let it go, my nigga. Grow up. This nigga old as fuck, man. You can't be 50 gangbanging. You got to go into the grad chapter. The Crips and Blood should do a grad chapter for the gang members, man. It's too
They should kick you out at a certain age. Like, all right, nigga, you've retired from the game, man. Don't come on premises no more.
Bro,
if we catch you doing anything gang affiliated, nigga, we're not going to help you.
Especially when you older, because dude, at 50, man, 10 years sentence in jail, that's damn near life.
Did you see the YG? Now, mind you, I think YG might be in his 30s because he's a little younger. I think YG might be in his 30s.
I think he is.
Let me see. YG.
You talking about they verses?
Yeah, so YG 36, so he only a couple years older than me. When you see that verses, now you talking about you 10, 11 years older than this guy. If that wasn't the most gang banging verses I've ever seen in my, I said, Jesus Christ, they boy.
It is so like, bro, like, okay, all y'all in here, all y'all with the shit. How many confidential informants was inside of this camp? Right? You know what I mean? I'm watching the whole Tupac trial. All these old gangbanging niggas on the stand, about 80% of them were confidential informants. They were on payroll. Bro, Keefe D was telling on everybody. He was telling on everybody.
So Keefe D is the one they said killed him, right? Killed Tupac, right?
Yeah. Well,
Who was the one that was supposed to be prosecuted against him?
Keefe D is on trial right now.
Yeah, who was the one that was prosecuted against him? He's also what's his name? He's one of the key witnesses, but what is his name, man? I forgot his name, but man, it was so funny
You
because
talking about Mob James?
Was it Mob James? I don't know if it was Mob James. I think it was another person who was supposed to be there with him. Another dude that was on Vlad. I can't remember who it was, but the dude was on. He on the. Yeah, these old niggas they out of touch. He on the stage. He like, man, I'm not gonna say nothing to incriminate this man. He said, I'm not.
That's Mob James.
Yeah, Mob James. He said, I'm not gonna say nothing to incriminate this man. Mob James was incriminating Keefe D by saying I'm not, but even by hey, I'm not gonna say this man shot Tupac, even though he did. I'm not gonna be the one to say that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm not gonna incriminate this man. They said Mob don't know he's snitching by not trying to snitch.
He telling by not telling. Just dumb, bro. And they look bad. They look
I don't want this man to go to jail for life, even for the things he did. Like even though he did these horrible things.
Mob James up there, he missing teeth, man. His health, he's in poor health. They look bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand this culture where they keep trying, like, man, that shit old, bro. To all brothers,
and the funniest thing is that
let it go.
The funniest thing is that it all started from a Vlad interview. Keefe D went on Vlad and told the story about how he killed Tupac in detail. LeVon, I remember watching the original. I remember watching the original interview, not when it played back. I watched it when it first came out, and I remember sitting there going, "This nigga just admitted to killing. We've been looking for Tupac killing for 30 years. You just admitted to killing Tupac." He told, I'm talking about detail for detail, how Puffy paid them, how they got to a fight beforehand, how they killed them, how he tried to collect the money from Puff. I said, this nigga is telling the details about how he killed Tupac. It was crazy. And then literally, as if, I don't know if he thought it was a like we wasn't still looking for the killers, or he thought it was a what they call it? When you basically the statutation that left. Mm-hmm. They came right soon afterwards, and then he gonna blame Vlad. Vlad had me out there saying all that shit, man. I ain't want no problem. I was just making up a story. No, you wasn't, Keefe. This story was a little too detailed. Come on out. Come on out, Keefe. We got you.
It's sad, dude.
He literally told on himself.
Also, too, I can't play this clip, but speaking of the game again, I guess I could show you guys this. Now, here's the game right now. Now he addressed Kendrick Lamar on the track LA Monster from his new album, Documentary 3. And on the track, he says, I ain't got no problem with the boogeyman, and he ain't got a problem with me because I'm a LA monster. I might drive the Rolls today. The GNX scared the hoes away. So here we go. The game is 50. And we trying to beef, but man, come on, man.
It ain't even about beef. And when that beef was going, this is be sad to me. When that beef was going on, it was crazy. You know, everybody, oh my God, Kendrick going at it. I remember Game and Rick Ross trying to find a way it was so sad, like trying to find the scraps, like, oh, they beefing. Let me get in here too. First of all, these are two of the biggest artists in the world. Can y'all sit the fuck back and let them do what they got to do? God, Game looks so thirsty. Like, oh, they over there party. I want party too. No, this ain't your party, bro. Just sit back.
I just don't know.
That was 2 years ago, Lamar. Why are you still talking about Kendrick?
Bro, look, a lot of these rappers, like the old gangster rappers, look like, you know how when a stripper get old, she the old bitch in the club, and she come out there, nigga, still thinking she bad. In her mind, the bitch is bad. In her mind. But she come out there, nigga, got a, her belly stretched out from C-sections, and she smoking a cigarette on stage. It's just nasty. It looks nasty, bro.
Or the ones that, like, you be out late at night in the city, and them old prostitutes, you want to have a good time. You be like, man, can you get away from my car window, please? You try to have a good time. Earth would be 90, 72. I mean, you want to have a good time. Not with you. Get away from my car, man. I'm trying to get some gas.
And when I tell you, I literally try to have as much empathy for guys. The music business is rough. You know, when you built your whole career on that and you try to reinvent yourself at 50, it's very, very hard. You know what I mean? Especially if your paper ain't right.
I'm
And
about to
you,
say if you're doing it the right way, it can work. We seen Jay do it. We just seen Ti do it. But we just seen the Clips do it. Niggas forget. I know they look young. The Clips are in their 50s too. Maverick and Mav and Pusha T are in they damn in their 50s. They got to be mid 40s to 50s. They just got a Grammy. Killer Mike 2 years ago got a Grammy. If you
true.
do it right, cool.
But
I
I,
remember when 2 Chainz made his resurgence. But if you try to be a gangster, you look like that Drewski skit.
you look bad, bro. You look bad. Like, let me see. Somebody said something. Narcoleptic say that ain't beef. He's saying the same. Boogeyman a monster. We call monsters the boogeyman. Same thing. I don't know, bro. Somebody say his new name. Hey, his new name is Game Over.
That's a good joke. That's a good bit. That's a good bit.
That is funny.
But to my man to say the whole boogeyman thing though, Kendrick was labeled the boogeyman because of what he did. It's like, you know, Kobe the Black Mamba, like, and also Kendrick is at a stage where like the level of boogeyman that Kendrick is, the game ain't that level of like Kendrick is like Kendrick. Let me tell you something. Kendrick damn near took over LA. Like every person who ever came from LA was ever anything about LA came to that pop out. Like Kendrick has that love. Kendrick has that fame. Kendrick ain't trying to be nothing he ain't trying to be. The streets say Kendrick is fly. Kendrick ain't like I'm the best to do. No, we think Kendrick is one of the best to do it. The game is like an old nigga who trying to get in on a nigga who's younger than him time and step into his lane or step into his spotlight. Man, move aside. You had your time, hated 11, the underdogs on top. You should be at the stage now, so either you own a record label or you somewhere chilling with your kids and shit. Game still trying to be. Ain't nothing worse than the old nigga who still think he a young nigga. Have you ever met the old nigga who in his, you can tell by the way he talk, he act, like, oh, you still think you young.
Me personally, being an older guy, when I see that nigga coming towards me, I go the other way. I don't even draw that nigga know when he coming to talk to me, he ain't gonna even come talk to me because I'm gonna look at him in shame.
And I ain't talking about the young. I ain't talking about the older nigga who like might still had a fly clothes. No, I'm talking about his mentality is still. I'm 50, but I still like I'm 30. Like, brother, that was a long time ago.
Bro, that is terrible. Them niggas are annoying, bro. Like I'll be like, yo, get the fuck away. I don't want to be around that. I just be lying. I'm out.
You see when he did the interview with Black China Mama with Tokyo and what's my girl name? What's Tia Kemp and he calling them aunties and shit. I said, this nigga, Game, they're your peers. He flirt with them, called them aunties shit. I'm like, Game, you really think you still young? Game, you are the same age as them. These are your peers. They say aunties because y'all like my aunties. No, they're not.
You know what happens too, bro? I think like your youth is kind of like, the way I look at it like this, like a woman is at a peak. Like when you at your peak as a woman and the top basketball player is the top basketball player. When that top basketball player retires, you kind of wash too, I think. Do you understand?
Even if you are a great, you still walk. Now listen, you're a legend, but you're still watching the sense of basketball. It's like I don't care about basketball talk. Like a Charles Barkley, a Magic Johnson, a Michael Jordan. These are some of the greats of all time. A Shaq, but like basketball wise, like I don't want to see you pick a basketball up again. You can talk about ball. You can be at courtside of games. I don't want to see you touch a basketball again.
But when you think about I'm trying to figure out a way to equate this. But when you think of like a basketball player and the hoes that chase after these players, all these hoes are in this era, you know, basketball players at the height, the young hoes that's chasing them. Those hoes need to retire with the basketball player.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whatever era you come from, that's when you. So if you was in your 20s in the Allen Iverson era, You should have retired in about 2013, 14 when I allowed to retire. That should have been when he said I'm gonna hang it up,
You know what I'm
you should have
saying?
hung it up too.
Yeah, bro. But I think like it's a generation holding on because of LeBron staying around for so long.
You know what's so funny? Because now she looked good. It tore me up. When Jaylen Brown is 29 now, but at the time he was about 26.
Yeah.
When he was dating Bernice Burgos and she was 45, I had no idea Bernice Burgos was 45 years old. And I listen, a lot of women be in their 40s, 20s, and you're like, anyway, Bernice Burgos, when I found out she was 45, I was floored. I was like, what?
That is a grandma, bro. And fine.
Literally, her daughter has kids.
Bro, listen, when I see guys kind of hate on her, like, bro, you gotta be kind of gay or something. Like, I don't.
LeVon, poster, please. Can you poster?
Yeah, I'm about to pull
This is a 46-year-old. I'm looking at it right now. This is a 46-year-old woman. Where?
I'm about to post her.
Right. Bernice don't look a day over my age. She don't look a day over 32.
Bro, that woman is flawless. Let me see. I'm trying to find a really good pic. I want to find. I'm looking at all these.
Well, I can send you one because you know I'll send you one.
She is gorgeous. It's so many. I want to. Let me. Damn. Hey, and who put her on the map? Wasn't it Drake? Because I think Drake was with her.
It might have been Drake. I'm sending it to you. See if I can see if you can get it from me sending it to you. Or do I need to send it to your email?
You can text me.
Yeah, I just text it to you. I'll text you a copy.
We're gonna see. Lord have mercy. Oh, that's the perfect one.
Who I sent you?
I'm about to pull it up right now. Yeah. We'll pull it up.
This is not the look of a 46-year-old woman. Like some women, they'll just be talking all, I still look good. I'm like in my 20s, I'm in my 40s. You were like, child, please, you look every bit of 46. You might look 42. But this woman is, like you said, she's flawless, LeVar.
Look at that. Look at that, bro. How you as a man? How as a man? Yeah, I posted it. Now, aesthetically, this is a beautiful woman. It's a good.
That's a 46-year-old.
You can't hate on her beauty. Now, I'm not trying to necessarily simp out because I'm gonna keep it a bean too. She's still a bird.
Okay? Oh, absolutely. No. Have you ever heard her talk?
This is a beautiful girl.
Bird.
Flawless beauty. But a bird. You're looking.
I've heard her talk. She's a bird.
Like let's keep it a bean. You're looking at a Ferrari with no motor or transmission.
But if you on the road, say you're not married, you on the road, you see a lady like that, she on your line, you have a conversation with her, you tell your homies, boy, I picked up this badly young little joint out in Atlanta.
I mean, she trophy, like, you know what I mean? It's just really.
If she told me she was 46, she would have to show me her ID. Like, you're lying. You're not 46. This is a 46-year-old woman, people. Yeah. 46-year-old woman. And this is a now pic. This is a pic from 10 years ago. This is how she looks right now.
Right. And that's a 46-year-old, also a grandmother. She's a grandmother. Yeah, T.I. was on her too, I believe. Was it Tip and Drake? I think T.I. messed with her. But no, she cold, man. I mean, she's a beautiful woman.
Jesus.
Absolutely beautiful woman. Yeah, but I did hear her talking. That's where it all breaks down.
Oh, man, I watched the Joe Budden podcast, and I watched them. Oh, they just gravel to it. I said, bro, she sound like every bit. When LeVar say a bird,
bro, I think I'm gonna pull it up.
there are certain women. I'm gonna tell you, bird, right? There was one woman that came out. She had went viral. She's a if I'm not mistaken, she's a bottle girl, whatever. They said they call it the nightlife. She said that a man has to give me $40,000 a month. If he wants me to sit down and not do nothing and just be his girl, he got to give me $40,000 a month because that's how much I make as a nightlife girl. So if you want me to sit down, you have to accommodate for my bills and what I do. So if a man is willing to give me $40,000 a month, and men have done it for her. If a man is willing to pay my monthly fee of $40,000 a month, so that way I can still maintain my lifestyle without going out and doing what I normally do, then that's going to be required. And she said it with so much confidence. You can tell there are women that are doing this. And Paul Pierce came out and said it, and I agree. Some of these brothers in this game, Lavar, have tore this game up. Oh, this is it.
Bro, listen. Well, they probably
46-year-old woman, by the way.
46. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. This was from the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know if they're going to, damn, they might copyright me or some shit.
Oh, I better say you might, because I know, Joe don't play by this.
Let me find another. I ain't gonna even play that shit because I don't feel like having to go.
Yeah, Joe don't play about his. Joe on it. You got to pay $150 a month Patreon to get his clips.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his Patreon, he has a clip subscription. So if you want to clip his shit up, you gotta pay $150. But some people make so much money off Joe Budden, $150 ain't about nothing. They pay $150 a month. Because I'm gonna make $10,000 off of Joe Budden clips. Yeah, it's $150 per tier.
I'm trying to find another clip. Let me see. I'm gonna go on YouTube. It should be something where she's talking. Let me see here. I could do Breakfast Club. They not.
Yeah. You don't know a woman is that old until she start doing old shit, and you realize, oh, you older. That body, I don't give a fuck how fine you are. Them organs gonna be 46. You might look 30 on the outside, but them organs is 46. No, that's crazy though. Bird.
Big Bird.
Big Bird. The biggest bird.
I'm trying to see. Let me see. Here goes something right here. This was 10 months ago.
We're gonna describe God.
I haven't seen this, but
we didn't listen to her talk.
Let me see.
40-something-year-old woman, by the way, guys.
Yeah, y'all. This is wait a minute. I'm trying to find a smaller clip they got.
You just need to hear 2 minutes or a minute of her talking.
Here we go.
Go from running.
Yeah, let me pull this up.
It's embarrassing. He got the sponsorship.
To fully staffed.
Hey, the feed, Lavar.
Hey, Maestro.
Hi guys, I'm back with another video.
Shit, I'm sorry to say. Just because whatever I did to enhance my body, that's me. I pay for that. Okay? And it's just like, don't hate. If I look good, you're like, hey, that girl looks good.
Well, you won't recommend the doctor.
No, it's not. It's not. No, I'm not keeping no secrets. I had a shape, one of those art shapes.
I gotta play
I want to look like that. I need to look like that.
I'm playing it. I don't care. I'm about to play that shit. I ain't tripping. This is fair use, guys. I don't know. The shit is out there. I'm playing it. Let me see.
On a slow night.
This shit is like. Here we go. Yeah, you can hear it, right, Earl?
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
All right. Here we go, y'all. Watch this.
30,000.
Was how much?
30,000
On a slow night.
on a slow night.
What was a good night?
Ooh.
What was your best night?
Yeah,
Bernice, knock
My
it the fuck
best
off.
night, my best night was my birthday. Every year, I only bartend for 3 years. I only said 3 years I was gonna be in here, start my clothing line, and I was out, buy my house, and do what I gotta do. You know, and that's what I did. And I make sure I give you the bottles for $250. The bottles cost $350.
Okay.
So, what you gonna? So I'm gonna hustle.
Right.
You don't gotta tip me. You don't gotta give me the tip right there. You tip me later down the line, like throwing money. So I was smart, you know, and I just build a relationship with the people in there.
So on your birthdays, you made a
Wait a minute. The bottles cost $350, and you get her $250. You just paying her, so she's stealing the bottles.
All bottle girls do that. But I want you to understand.
She's stealing the bottles.
But that ain't the thing. Bernice wants a grown man and a logical human being to think that on a slow night as a bottle girl, just giving out bottles and bottle service, she made $30,000 on a slow night.
But I mean, she famous though. You don't think like it's
no. This is before the level of fame that she is. But even with the fame, LeVar, hey LeVar, don't you be a bird too, nigga.
Bro,
I don't care how famous you. Again, LeVar? She's a slow night. She make 30,000 a night. Nigga, some of the hottest comedians and artists in the world ain't making 30,000 on a slow night. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, that's
on a slow night. I was making 30,000. LeVar, again, on a slow night. So when shit is boring, it's moving. You know what a slow night is, nigga?
But look, oh wait, 540 Drake. We're not hating on her. We just said she was beautiful, bro. We just said
fucking drop dead.
You
see that? This is a 45-year-old woman. You see how she looks? This woman is fucking skin is flawless.
She's a bird. Okay, so let me see.
A little bit more than 30.
On my birthdays, I made like 60, 65, 70. Birthdays is, and I don't do too much. I used to be covered with a whole bodysuit on.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
She's fucking
Respectfully, like Bernice made the worst drinks.
that shit was trash, right?
Bernice, niggas was just at that bar. Look at Bernice.
The finer the bartender, the worse the drinks are.
Yo, niggas didn't care. Fuck up that pineapple juice.
Yeah.
But my problem is with that, you can get out of it now, nigga. It's gonna be too far. My problem with that is that like that is not a real story. Like I believe she got paid. You didn't make 30,000 on a slow night. On a slow night. Like you didn't make 30. Now listen, just passing out bottles. No, you didn't. Now listen, I got a homegirl, won't say no names, when we was in LA. She was doing those private parties. She would be a bottle girl for the private parties. She would walk away with, and me and my dog used to be like, what? She was getting paid. Beautiful girl. She's now chill, got a baby now chilling. But at the time, we talking about a couple years ago, we in LA, she would go to them parties and she would make like $3,000-$4,000.
So look.
But those were like high rollers. You're at an underground gambling situation. You got high rollers in there. And she said some of them might give her a tip and do a little pat in the ass, something like that. But she was realistic. She didn't act like, I was just no. But you had high rollers. They in there playing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you might walk away with $3,000 or $4,000 a night. Yes, 30,000 a night being a bottle girl on a slow night. Do you know how financially free she would be?
I mean, first of all,
it don't make sense, LeBron. You know it don't make sense.
Like she said, the bottles were $350. And she's stealing the bottles, basically, selling them to people for $250. So even if she sold 10 bottles, that ain't number $2,500. So yeah, it's the math is not mathing, and it's crazy. Or maybe just some dumb niggas came and they just, hey baby, 5,000, just giving them, throwing money out, but it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, man.
But hold up, here's my problem though. I believe she made 30. And so if you're watching this, I don't think she made 30, but you didn't make 30 just giving out bottles. I'm not saying nothing else. I believe, LeVar, you know this, you're a man, I'm a man. It has to be something that's for the service. If I pay you $5,000 for something, I'm not paying you $5,000 just to look good. You have to do something for me. So if somebody could have paid a certain amount of money to her one time, hoping that it might help them for the next time. And once he realized that, he never paid it again. But if you're telling me on average you made 30,000 on a slow night and you were just a bottle girl who, as you said, was fully covered up, that's not realistic. Again, I know girls who've made a lot of money in this industry, but they don't just serve bottles. And you know what I'm talking about, Bob.
That's real. No. That's fact. That's fact, bro. That's fact. Well, anyway, moving along, man. It looked like, gosh, man, Diddy just can't catch a break. It looked like they're trying to implicate him in the murder of Pac now.
I mean, they say if you watch the documentary, post Percy said earlier you would leave all your chicks and cut all your hair for just her to touch one of her bottles, just touch one of her bottles she's selling. And look, Percy, for brothers like you, that might be true, but for brothers like me, nah, man. I've been in the game for a little minute. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old, man. I'm not. There's no woman. There's no woman's looks.
You will leave your chick. Hey, no, bro. Ain't nobody give a man. Ain't nobody.
Yeah, they don't know. Hey, look, Lamar. They don't. Hey, God bless you, bro.
If he even did that, 90, she wouldn't even respect him. Women don't respect no shit like that, bro.
You know what's so funny about this, Lamar? Listen, I'm in a relationship, but I've been with some beautiful women in my life. I can't say I don't know Bernie and Virgos, but you know they've been beautiful. You know what's so cool about beautiful women? What's so crazy is, you know, after you do what you do with them, even you get to that stage where you have, you know, intercourse like that. Once you wake up, it just be like, oh, I did it. I accomplished it.
That's it. Yeah, you like, okay, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Oh, got it. I got it.
You don't feel like entertaining no more. You just ready to go.
Once you accomplish that achievement, you go, okay, well, got it. All right. Well,
yeah, there's nothing, no mental stimulation, no conversation. Like, what the, you know what I mean? It's like having a blow-up doll or some shit.
They are literally, women like Bernice are, because you have to finance their lifestyle. Women like Bernice are like, and I will tell you, because I taught all my homegirls this, because I got homegirls who dated ballers and athletes. And they will tell you, most women will tell you, you can have a dude paying all your bills, but it comes with a cost.
Mm-hmm.
The level of respect a man has for you when he does everything for you, we talking about from your feet to your head. You don't pay a dime. You don't go. Dog, it's like having an extra daughter. Like, it's like having a child.
Yeah, bro. If you coming home, you working your ass off, this bitch just sitting up, like that shit is, you know, I pay out most of the bills in my house, pretty much majority of them, but I don't mind because me and my wife been together for so long, and I met my wife back when neither one of us had nothing. You know what I mean? But for me to be out
here, your wife, I'm pretty sure, treats you like a man.
Oh, absolutely. But for me to be out here like let's say I'm divorced or something, or I'm dating in my 50s, and I just got some 28, 30-year-old bitch just laid up. Like, the fuck?
And let's say you got the bread, LeVar. You coming? You got 10. You make $10 million a month from writing, the role, all that. 10 million a year, man. 10 million a year, LeVar. You can guarantee LeVar for 10 million a year. If you a nigga spending a quarter of that money a year on a woman just to have her on your side, you look crazy. And if I'm your homie, I'm gonna tell you how crazy, bro. You look like a loser right now, bro. What you doing?
It ain't no pussy on earth that I'm about to just sit up and it's like, are you mentally stimulating? Are you cooking? It's like something like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? But let's take a look at this with this Diddy situation, man. This man can't catch a fucking break, man.
In jail, still getting accused of shit, man.
So here we go.
This is a lot deeper than that. Sean Puffy Combs was supposed to have given money to Zip Martin to give to Mr. Davis for payment of the Tupac murder.
500,000, you said, a million.
He rekindled that relationship with Mr. Zip and get him to talk about the money that was given from Sean Puffy Combs to Mr. Martin that never got to Mr. Davis. This is a lot deeper than that. Sean Puffy Combs.
But the story was is that Puffy, and he talked about on a record, he said, pay $1 million to get you wiped off this. So he offered them $1 million to kill Tupac. He said he'll give you 5,000, and then he'll give you another 500,000. So it was the guy he's talking about. He was like one of the kingpin gangbangers. Like, he one of the head gangbangers. He the one who hired Keefe did him. So like, say I'm your little homie, LeVar. You one of the head guys. I'm your little homie. You get an offer. You say, look, man, we're gonna bust this down. I'm gonna give y'all 500,000, and I'm gonna keep 500,000. Puff's gonna pay some $1 million to get it done. I get 500,000 for giving you this connect. You get 500,000 for making a murder. Puffy give you the 500,000, even though I did the work. You don't give me the money.
Okay.
You disappear on me.
But here's the thing, right? When Pac, there was a series of events that happened leading up to Tupac's death. And it started with some guy in the mall getting jumped over a death row chain, I believe.
Yeah.
I think a guy in the mall got jumped by some Crips and they took his death row chain. And then Pac and them see this guy, Baby Lane or somebody, and they jump on him at the casino. How did Diddy get involved or even implicated in this? Because Diddy didn't plan that this guy would get jumped, which would lead to Keefe D and these guys going out to look for Pac.
So Keefe D and them, that was pre-planned. They said that Diddy, literally, they said that they said it was weird at the time. When they went to Vegas, they said that they drove from, if I'm not mistaken, they drove from New York to Vegas. Nobody caught flights. So Diddy and them flew out there, but all the basically people that he basically paid to be out there, he drove them. They didn't catch flights. And they said it because they didn't want no attachment. So they drove in cars over to Vegas. The Keefe D situation was already supposed to happen. They said Tupac getting into the fight made it even better because it looked like a nigga was retaliating because you jumped him. That was just happenstance. Keefe D and them was already pre-hired $1 million to kill Puffy. That's what the story is.
Kill Tupac.
And they were supposed to kill Tupac and Suge Knight.
So, and then what was the reason Diddy wanted them taken out? What was the reason?
So apparently it was just that Tupac, them shitting on his name, and like he was, Diddy being real sensitive, and apparently him and Tupac was cool, but then he started shitting on him and not fucking with him. So they was trying to get Tupac out the way because they was fucking up the money with Big and shit like that. So that's what it was supposed to be about. Kind of like I need the competition to get out of here. That's basically what it was supposed to be about. Again, this is all allegedly. Super allegedly. Let me make sure I say that's all allegedly, but that's what the story goes.
So, well, I'm looking at it now. It says the alleged motives behind Sean Diddy Combs wanting Tupac Shakur killed stem primarily from the intense 1990s East Coast, West Coast hip-hop feud, personal disputes, and claims made by figures involved in gang investigations. While Diddy has consistently denied any involvement and has never been charged with Tupac's murder, several key factors and allegations have shaped the narrative over the years. The Quad Studios shooting in Paranoia. Tupac was shot and robbed in 1994 at Quad Recording Studios in New York in November 94, while Bad Boy record artists, including Biggie Smalls and Diddy, were upstairs. Tupac came to believe they had advanced knowledge of the ambush or orchestrated it. Bad Boy vehemently denied this, but the incident turned personal tension into open hostility. Escalation of the label feud, 1995 to 96, when Suge Knight bailed Tupac out of prison in late 1995 to join Death Row Records. The rivalry between Death Row West Coast and Bad Boy East Coast turned into a high-stakes commercial and street war. Tupac released hostile diss tracks, most notably Hit 'Em Up, explicitly targeting Biggie, Puff Daddy, and Bad Boy, heightening tensions and threats to personal safety. Gang ties and security concerns. Death Row aligned itself closely with the mob Pyru Bloods, while Bad Boy hired security with ties to the Southside Compton Crips.
Yeah, they was bumping.
The friction between the labels frequently played out through real gang dynamics on both coasts, creating mutual fears of physical retaliation. The Bounty. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, a member of Southside Compton Crips, charged with Tupac's murder, alleged in police proffer sessions and interviews that Diddy offered $1 million to kill Tupac and Suge Knight. Former LAPD detective Greg Kading documented these claims in his 2011 book, Murder Rap. According to Kading and Davis, the motive would have been eliminating a perceived existential threat to Bad Boy artist and brand. Wow.
Everything I just said, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everything I just said. So that was the story, and apparently because they didn't kill, it was supposed to be $1 million, but because they didn't kill Suge Knight too. He gave him $500,000, and the guy who basically was the middleman never gave that money out. He got the money from Diddy and never gave it to Keefe D. No.
Do you think they're going to implicate Diddy or put him on trial over this?
It's going to have to be a significant amount of evidence. So they have a significant amount of evidence to do so. Yes. I think if Keefe D admits to doing it and say Diddy paid him to get some time off, that could be bad for Diddy.
That's crazy.
If he takes a plea deal and says, "Look, I'll tell you, this, that, and third about Diddy," and he got any conversation, any record of it, yeah, they could get bad.
But it's going to be very difficult because, first of all, Von Zip is dead, and you have to prove it.
Yep.
You have to prove it, right? They're going to have to prove somehow that there was an exchange of $1 million between Diddy and Von Zip.
Now, the only thing about that is when they get to investigating, and as you know, they will dig into them court records, into them bank records, and they will go back far. They will go back to every bank transaction you made since 1981. And if they find anywhere near a $500,000, they can link that shit to. It could get bad. It just depends on how bad they want to prosecute Diddy, how bad they want to get this thing in motion, and how bad they want to take this thing to trial as far as getting Diddy involved. If they want to do it bad enough, they will do some digging. But I mean, I think it's so long. You can say it would have to be a significant amount of evidence, and I think Diddy's done enough. I don't think they're gonna get him for this.
I doubt it. You don't think so?
Yeah, they don't get Keefe D if you don't tell word for word that you did it on fucking Vlad. You would have spent the rest of your life as Tupac Killer and nobody would have never known. Your ass decided to tell motherfuckers the story in detail of how you killed Tupac. And the reason why he got prosecuted and why the police end up looking into it is because he gave details, LeVar, that was so high. Like, even investigator was like, it's stuff that you talking about you shouldn't even know about because we didn't release to the public. When you start talking about stuff that's like that ain't no public knowledge, it's like, oh, you know something.
No, that's real. That's real.
He was the way he detailed the story. Like I say, it's stuff that Alexia was there that night. You shouldn't have known about.
True. Keefe D is Keefe dumb. I can tell you that. But this is something that might ring true to you. Or you can probably have a little bit more understanding because you're younger than me. Little Durk. Is Little Durk, will he beat this? Will he get out?
No.
Is he cooked?
He might be cooked. Durk gonna probably do life. Durk got text. This is the craziest thing. LeVar, if you send me to go do a job, you're not gonna rent. The car that I go to the job in is not going to be rented from a rental company in your name. He was doing the stupidest shit. Like, he was just doing shit. They got so much evidence on Durk. They got testimonies of him like talking to certain people about it. Like, Durk was just moving like a street nigga. The one of the main guys who's one of the main basically testifying against him. Is in detail about certain things, taking a plea deal. You gotta be careful with the guys you roll with. Durk might be cooked, man. And he knew listen, Durk saw it coming. That's why he tried to do the J. Cole, like you tried to do the hip hop anthem of peace. But it was too late, brother. They got you dead to rights. Damn. They said so many people in Durk's camp have turned on him and are prosecuting against him. It's bad. It's worse than the Young Thug situation. It's bad. Damn. He might be cooked. And even if he they saying the short sentence is 25. And you know how this game works. Durk might be late 20s, early 30s, if I'm not mistaken. You get anything over 15 years, Durk, it's over with, brother. Your shit is dead. Even if you get 15 years, by the time you get out, we won't care.
But I think
you better hope you Max B.
Bro, the way hip hop is moving now, bro, I think if he was, if Durk got released right now, what would happen?
He would go crazy.
He would go crazy.
Oh my God, he would go crazy. That you did what you did. Listen, if Pooh Shiesty was released now, it would go crazy. The fact that you are who you say you are, that is part of like, oh yeah, we can really believe what you're talking about. It would go crazy. But if he do 10 years plus, nobody care. Look at Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was hot. I love some Tory Lanez stuff. after 10 years, brother, unless you drop a consistent music, we're not gonna care when you're in your 40. I don't want to hear a 4-year-old nigga talk about what a 30 nigga talking about.
How detrimental would it be to the youth if Dirk was released? Wouldn't that be detrimental to the community?
What it would display
is like
the only way him and Pooh Shiesty could get out is if Donald Trump pardons them himself. What that would mean to the community of like just the things you could do, like it would basically influence a new group of kids who think that like that lifestyle is cool. It would hurt us. It would be detrimental. Here's the thing. If he comes out and he's apologetic and he's glad he made it out and he's a different person, cool. But if he come out and he's almost, he's standing 10 toes on it, that'd be hard. That'd be bad.
I think this is how I feel if Dirk is to get released.
They say that he faces a mandatory life sentence.
Okay, well, if he was to get released and beat this, I think it'll be detrimental to the community because I think it would encourage other youth to travel down the same path. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro, we went through a lot of different eras as Black people, from segregation to the crack era. And I think that drill music era, of course we had gangster rap, but that drill music, I'm gonna kill you era of music, man, bro, that did a number on Black people. And I think to release him, for him to come free, the message that you are sending to the youth, specifically in Chicago, is like, oh, hell yeah, I'm about to give me some bodies, Joe.
Yeah, the problem of that is that,
you know what I'm saying?
That drill era with Chief Keefing them, the problem with that is so many people actually died. Like, they was killing people, dog. And it got to a point to where it was reaching out to different places. That drill music was reaching out to Florida. It was hitting New York, and you was getting the Bobby Smurda cases or like the Julio Fulio. Like those people, they started killing people, and that whole smoking on my dead Memphis, that smoking on my dead, that became like a thing where I could kill somebody and then rap about it and say I'm smoking a pack, or I'm smoking Tukey pack. I'm smoking packs of, oh, I didn't kill the nigga, so now I'm smoking the weed in his honor. That became like a thing that like we kind of idolize now, to where like we use that as sports. Like if the Lakers blow out the Mavericks by 40, we say Luke was smoking on that Cooper Flag pack. Like that's how we talk now.
But I'm gonna be honest, and being a Generation X man, I just think it's specifically my generation, Gen X. Bro, I think we were under some type of CIA psyop. The way we worship and kneel to the altar of all things gangster, killing, worshiping criminals, we did that shit, bro. It started with like really my generation specifically.
Glad you admitted to it.
Rap hit, bro. It was like, man, everybody, because the pretty girl, you know what I mean? The pretty girl, man, she wanted a gangster thug nigga. So and a lot of niggas chasing pussy. So a lot of them,
yeah, you was corny. You was corny.
Gangster. I want to be hard. I want to be tough. And it was like this imagery of what it means to be a Black male was defined by this, bro.
But then you got to a place to where the women who wanted that, it was a cool outlook. They started to actually see what that life came with. So now, when you're a Jennifer Lopez, you dating a Puffy, but now you involved in the shooting. Once the women started to see that, like, oh, I can get time for being your ride or die. Like, oh, I get prosecuted for being with you in these. They moved away from that. They moved to the ballers because you don't have to worry about that. And like I said, the streamers now, a woman can date a streamer who making just as much money as an NFL guy or a rapper, and I don't have to worry about he not getting no crimes, none of that. I could date this streamer, get the same type of money I would get from a baller or a rapper, and I have to worry about 10 times less of the what comes with this lifestyle.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. I went to Simeon. So I went to Simeon.
Oh, you went to Simeon?
Yeah, I went to Simeon.
One of the greatest high school. Y'all got some hoopers come out of Simeon, dog.
That's it. Academics, nada. That is a get, boy. Let me tell you something. Simeon in the 90s, bro. bruh, lean on me. Okay? Lean on me. Do you
That's how
understand?
Benji Wilson got shot.
Lean on me, bro. When I was coming up, I went to high school in 1991, Simeon. Crack was on fire, bro.
Oh, yeah. Late 80s, early 90s? Yep.
It was almost magical in 1992, 93. You know what I mean? There was a lot of cats that was selling big dope. I knew a brother, man. We used to flip quarters in the homeroom, man. When we was freshmen, his herringbone was thin. Earl, that bitch grew. That bitch started to grow. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched his herringbone get big. Well, it wasn't the same shape, but I'm saying within a year, nigga, that bitch was like that. That chain got that goddamn big. We had the big bone. He got the whips. He got the mink coats, nigga. To see a 15-year-old balling like that, bro.
And back then,
Yeah,
in y'all era, that first
bro.
crack, y'all was young doing that. Like you
Bro, I
said,
was
a
sick,
16-year-old would be driving a motherfucking drop top Benz coupe. You like, what is going on?
Man, let me tell you something, man. One of the coldest cars, like I want to say 92. I remember my nigga pulled up 1992 in the Nissan Maxima, man, with the butter interior. I'm like, man, this shit is them Nissan Maximas were the shit.
Them Hondas too. I know them Honda Accords was nice.
Yeah, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all know, you know what I mean. A 1992 Nissan Maxima, bro.
Them bitches pretty.
That shit was
them bitches pretty.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, post them. That body of car was the body of the car in the 90s, dog. That was the car. That was the car with the drop top roof.
Wow,
Oh, yeah, that was the car.
Let me see.
That shit beautiful.
I remember him pulling up. I think it was like a black one with the.
If you get one now, that'd be cold today. That's a nice old school today.
Bro,
I know the 94 Honda Accord. Them shits was fly, but this Nissan is fly.
Man, I don't see niggas pull up with all kind of shit. Like it was this one. Let me see.
Like paying less?
I can't. I just wanted a picture of that.
Yeah, I'm about to send it to you right now. I'll send it to your messages. That motherfucker cold, Slim. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is cold. The GXC, the SE, yeah, that shit cold. 4-speed, 4-matic, 160, 190 horsepower.
Yeah, but then you see it with the wheels on it. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers had the wheels, had a kit.
Oh, yeah, had them Daytons on it.
Ooh, boy, that shit was nasty.
What my man had in Minister Society that he stole from him? That was a nice whip too. Look at that mother. No. That look. Oh, go show the one that I sent you.
You sent me one? Okay.
Yeah, I sent you one of your messages. Cause that one don't look like it. Don't give it its glow. That one like one somebody had from back then. I posted like the one that like how it used to look.
Yeah, that's hard. Let me see.
With the gloss on it.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, let me show y'all this. Let me pull it up here. Yeah,
that bitch cold.
Let me see. Oh, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all see that? Right? Now you imagine.
That's cold.
It's 1992. It's 1992, bro. And when I tell you, bro, we was starving. Like everybody was broke. Everybody was broke. Only people that had money was the dope man. It was 1992. I'm in Simeon. I see my man pull up in this shit, man.
With the you see the gloss on that paint?
If
you put the Daytons on that,
he jumping out that hole in the mink, bro. What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that shit was nostalgic, bro.
With the fender on the back and the drop top roof.
Yeah, I remember him having the Chevys. It was insane, bro. They was getting money, man. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. So much money. I got in a fight when I was a freshman in high school with a guy. His name was, shout out to Lerone Brim. If you still out there living, bro. We got in the fight. We was in biology class together, and he was my biology partner. But he was a big time street nigga. This nigga will come to class, bro. We freshmen, and I'm starving. I ain't got nothing, Earl. My Jordans beat up. My shit's talking. I'm hurting, bro. I'm on zero. And bro, this nigga be coming to class, bro. He got the knot like that, nigga. I'm talking about dog. I'm talking about the Whopper, bro. Like he pull out the fucking money, man.
And they pull that shit out. Dude, how they used to do? You go to McDonald's.
Listen,
that'd be $7.99. You ain't got to do that. You ain't have to pull out the. You got change for $100. Like you ain't had to do that to me. You ain't got to start like that.
He was serving and selling dope in Chinatown as well. Man, he had all this money, man, and we was like roasting this shit, man. Bro, this I don't know what this did, but something stirred up in me. That nigga was like, nigga, I got more money than your granddaddy. I said, you ain't gonna talk about my granddaddy, nigga. And I started choking this nigga, bro. I couldn't take. Dog, he could have said, dog, I don't know what it was. That
shit pissed you off. He was telling the truth, though.
Bro, I don't know. That's
it was the truth, nigga. That's why I bothered you, because it was the truth. my granddaddy, and look, you thought about that time your granddaddy couldn't afford something. It was like, the lights went out last week.
Let me tell you something, man. That
nigga, money to your grandfather.
That nigga's voice changed, and he pulled that nut out. This how I reacted. Like we sit together, we roasted. Yeah. You, me, I'm him. Yeah. And then we back and forth. Your barber is, your barber, yeah, your shoes, they shit, yeah. And then that nigga hit me. He was like, I got more money than your granddaddy, nigga. I just locked up on him, dog.
That shit hit your soul.
That shit killed me, bro. Bro, we locked up in there, man. And I remember my biology teacher, man. I Mr. English. Shout out to Mr. English, man. It was a big football playing nigga in the class named Curtis Mitchell. He was like a linebacker, a big defense, one of them big backs, whatever, bro. And all I remember Mr. English, all out, get him, because Mr. English had like this real country accent. He used to call me walk around. Boy, you're walking around here skinning and grinning, all that.
Walk around. Levon walk around.
He called me walk around, and he called dude Cool Breeze.
Cool Breeze.
Selling dope and doing and carrying on. Bro, listen, we locked up like two dogs, man. All I heard my biology, Mitch, get him. That big old nigga came, bro. And threw us
separated two niggas
like puppies. We flew. He grabbed us. I'm talking about, man. I flew.
It's like when you see two like puppies go at it, and you grab both them by their damn back of their neck. Y'all leave each other alone.
He threw us like nothing. It was like paperweights, bro. And we was cool after that, man. We got paddled or whatever, man. They gave us a paddle. Yeah, they paddled.
Back there, y'all niggas getting paddled in high school? Damn.
Getting paddled, man. They took us to the office. We got our ass bust, and you know what I mean? It was all good. Yeah, we got paddled.
They was paddling niggas in high school.
They gave you an option. They was like, look, man, you know what I mean? Y'all get a suspension and y'all get this paddle.
Oh, we take the paddle.
Fucking nigga bend over on this. Pow, pow. They bust that ass, man. And you know what I mean? We was cool, man.
Somebody in the comments said, when you get offline, LeVar, you going to do a shift at CBS? Nothing else to do?
Nigga, no. Fuck CBS, bro. Like, nigga, no. The CBS is a horrible company. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck.
Walgreens just as bad. All them goddamn
they don't give a fuck about the
and if Rite Aid was selling business, they be just as bad.
They don't give a fuck about the customers. They don't give a fuck about the employees. The only thing I say I got good at CBS is a lot of great bits.
You can spend $920 in CBS. They still won't let you use the bathroom. They ain't shit, man.
Bruh, come on, man. But Earl, y'all wouldn't, I guess, see you young. You don't know nothing about getting no paddle, huh?
No, I ain't get no paddle. I do remember nap time, like, 'cause I'm a 90s baby, so I remember nap time. I remember when we actually had to take naps. Like,
Get that ass
get
bust.
you some rest, nigga. Now, I will say this, and before I get out of here, I got to meet up with our brother. I will say this. I grew up in an era where, and I think about it now, my teachers, like, I had a black teacher from first grade, from kindergarten all the way to sixth grade. I had all black teachers: Miss Green, Miss Thurman, Miss Peniston. Like, they were all black women. When I remember I was having a conversation with one of my homies. I said, "Dog, the way our teachers used to talk to us, we did like I'm talking about. We was motherfucker this and you, but it was so like common. You didn't go. I can't believe she's talking to me like this." My teacher, Earl, sit your simple ass down. I'd be like, my bad. Like, it would be no problem. Our teachers talked to us like they were mothers or aunties when I was growing up in elementary school and middle school. And we didn't take offense to it. We would shut, like, if you don't shut the fuck up, Earl, if she doing a lesson, Earl, shut the fuck up. My bad. Like, we didn't, oh my God, did you just tell me? We didn't do that. It was like common back then. I remember that time when, like, a teacher could be almost a parent figure to you to where, or a teacher would not saying hit you, but like hit you, like pop you upside your head because you're talking too much. I'm sorry, my bad. You wouldn't go home to your mom like, my teacher hit me. I remember that era though, where we wouldn't know bitches about it. Oh, I'm telling my mama. No, I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have said nothing. I shouldn't have talked. I was talking while you was supposed to do the lesson.
But see,
popped upside the head.
In my era, where you told your mom your teacher popped you, your mama will pop you too.
Yeah, what she pop you for? I'm gonna give you again.
Exactly. So yeah,
and that's and part of mine was that I didn't want to pop. So yeah, because my mama most likely she would agree. That's what you get. You deserve to get popped. Man, I do remember that era. Like I said, I grew up in an era where like we wasn't no sensitive ass people. We was okay with a teacher cussing us out, especially if we was wrong. Teacher wasn't just gonna be like, you mother. No, but if you was cussing, that's your motherfucking problem in here. Y'all always got something. Y'all always talking. Shut the fuck up. And we would shut the fuck. Okay, my bad.
Well, look at Narcoleptic. It's funny. That nigga say LeVar old as hell. They stoned people back then too. Ah! He say, look. He say it was the paddle of the rock. That's hilarious. He said the paddle of the rock. Funny, bro. Oh, that's funny, man.
You even get beheaded or you get a paddle. Which one you want?
Man, shout out to Destiny McKay. They was on that shit when she was in the elementary. You know,
yeah, that's like she about my age. Yeah, we was cool with that.
Yeah, that's what it was, bro. Damn, this was great. What a great show today. So, guys, y'all know I did Monday through Friday on time, 9 a.m. I was about 4 minutes late today. So the show been picking up, man. They've been coming in.
Hey man, I appreciate you for having me. If you have one you want to get, man.
Be on the phone. Shit. Look, I bought Earl because me and Earl be on the phone for 2 hours, man.
Just talking shit, man. Talk about shit like this. You might as well go online and do it too.
Yeah, just go and do the shit. So no, man, it's all love, man. Anytime. I'm glad you came on too, man.
Appreciate y'all, man. I had a good time, man. I'm out, man.
All right, brothers. Be blessed, man. Yep. The good brother Earl Cofield was in the building, y'all. What else is going on in the world, guys? Y'all know I could sit up here and be rather long-winded, and I just like to talk and vibes with the people. Shout out to who my brother say he was day trading, Alexander Estefan. He out there day trading today, man. Send me some of that money, man. You getting all that good money, man. Antoine Greer says extension cords were worse as BD. You ain't lying. That extension cord, that was hell, bro. Extension cords were hell. They just cut through the flesh. It's just terrible. If it's a belt versus extension cord, give me that belt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Destiny again, man. Oh my goodness. That was a great time on there. I ain't gonna lie. We went over a lot today, y'all. Do y'all like when I just vibe like this? I know, like, sometimes I ain't trying to put no structure on my show per se, but yeah. Oh my God. Oh no, that's hearsay. That's hearsay. I think the Diddy putting the hit on Pac is all hearsay. I don't think they'll be able to prove that. I don't think they're going to be able to prove it. So Max B got a word for his brother Diddy. Let's take a look at this, guys. What is Max B talking about? I don't have nothing on the screen. Let's see what Max B talking about, y'all. Sound? Y'all say ain't no sound, bro? What the? How y'all not hearing this? No, nah. Y'all done heard everything up until this point, and now can y'all hear me? Hold on. Y'all can't hear me? Oh, you lying. Did you say y'all can't hear me? Y'all can hear me. Y'all just couldn't hear the clip. Oh, that's weird. That is so weird. The hell? Let me remove this from the studio. Let me kick it off. That is weird, bro. Yeah, I'm back. You say I'm fine. It's the video. That's interesting. Let me turn this echo off too, so I can sound a little bit better here. Take off that echo cancellation so you guys can hear. Let me try this again. That's weird. I don't know how y'all are saying y'all can't hear this.
Get Puff. We're gonna pick him up off the come out.
Yeah.
Shout to Diddy. That's bro.
He's watching me in record.
So y'all still can't hear him? You can hear? All right.
Wherever he's at.
I
said
just
all the
spoke to
prisoners
Puff
are what?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah? How's he doing?
Puff's doing great. All right. So he's on his way, working out, getting his shit up. Paul, we gonna be there for the bro. Whether y'all like it or not. All right.
I'm gonna be there for Puff too when he get out, man. Because the man was wrongfully incarcerated. And that showed that Max be a real one, man, for like, you know what I mean? Holding him down. That's dope.
Texas, we see.
We got some news. What the hell is this about? Let me see. Some Carmelo Anthony news here. What's going on?
Of Texas, we see what happened with Carmelo Anthony, and you said it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Well, I've done a lot of work in the State House on justice reform, and right now we've got a system that doesn't serve all Americans equally, and we know that Black Texans have been have not gotten the justice they deserve in many cases. And you know, I'm not an expert on this particular case, but I know that there were no Black members of the jury, and to me, that's the only evidence you need to really prove that this system is not working for Black Texans.
Of Texas, we see what happened with Carmelo Anthony, and you said it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Well, I've done a lot of work in the State House on justice reform, and right now we've got a system that doesn't serve all Americans equally, and we know that Black Texans have been have not gotten the justice they deserve in many cases. And you know, I'm not an expert on this particular case, but I know that there were no Black members of the jury, and to me, that's the only evidence you need to really prove that this system is not working for Black Texans.
Of Texas, we see what happened with Carmelo Anthony, and you said it was a tragedy.
La 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 la. You don't know about what, Destiny? Tell me what you talking about, dear. Let me go over this again. I got a little bit distracted.
Of Texas, we see what happened with Carmelo Anthony, and you said it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Well, I've done a lot of work in the State House on justice reform, and right now we've got a system that doesn't serve all Americans equally, and we know that Black Texans have been have not gotten the justice they deserve in many cases. And you know, I'm not an expert on this particular case, but I know that there were no Black members of the jury, and to me, that's the only evidence you need to really prove that this system is not working for Black Texans.
Of Texas, we see what happened with Carmelo Anthony.
I would agree. I would agree, man. We got to be careful. I just wish that young man would have de-escalated, man. De-escalate. Teach our children to de-escalate situations. It's okay to walk away. I'm about to get up out of here, guys. We've been on here like almost 2 hours. I don't have nothing else to talk about. Shout out to Percocet 360 for the jewels. Thank you so much for those gifts, brother. Shout out to you. I got to give you a... Oh, no. Wrong sound. Percocet came with the jewels. Look, man, love all y'all, man. Y'all have a good weekend, man. I'm out. I'm going to be in Michigan tomorrow. I fly out. I got a show. And then next week, man, I'm going to bring y'all backstage so y'all could see. Sign up for my membership page on YouTube, and then I do some backstage footage of me performing for Martin in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we had that footage. I had that footage for y'all, man. So I'm out, guys. Nothing but love, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend and be safe, man. So gonna wrap this up. I'll see y'all Monday.